All right. Good morning. You are tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie with The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always a few dates to add to your calendar. We have all that for you today, and we have some special first-time guests, both at 8 and at 8:30, so super duper excited about that. But before we go any further, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of this new day. Please fill our minds with peace, our hearts with courage, and our words with kindness. Please guide our decisions, strengthen us through challenges, and help us walk with wisdom and grace. Let us be a source of encouragement and blessing to others today. Thank you for your angels of protection over us, our homes, and our loved ones. Thank you for opening doors that are meant for us and for giving us patience for the things still unfolding. We cancel all the enemy's assignments on us. No evil formed against us shall prosper. May we not be ruled by fear, distraction, or frustration, but by faith, clarity, and purpose to align with your perfect will. Remind us that your mercy is new every morning and that you are with us. Please bless this day, May 27th, with favor, productivity, your joy, and your peace that passes all understanding. And please take this show where you want it to go. In the mighty and matchless name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus. Amen. All right. We have Becky in the house. She did say amen. I had her mic turned off. In case you're like, hey, she didn't say amen. We have Becky Jenkins here, and I'm super excited because she told me that this is the first time she's been on WSGI.
Good morning. Yeah.
Morning.
Excited.
But she is not a beginner in the field that she's going to talk about because believe you me, she's been working in it for a while, haven't you?
A long time, probably 25, 27 years, something like that for Vacation Bible Schools.
That's very
in different churches. So yeah, it's near and dear to my heart.
Very good. So as you heard, we are going to be talking about Vacation Bible Schools for this first half hour. So please go ahead and go on the WSGI page right now, y'all. And you're going to want to share this because you all know some people that have children that would definitely benefit from getting them in some of those Vacation Bible Schools. So as soon as that link comes up, we can share it. We can also share it on YouTube. So I know some of you do not have Facebook or you have friends that don't have Facebook. So by all means, you can certainly let's see if it can come up on my computer. Also, just so you know, we do have a phone app so people can listen if they don't have Facebook or the radio. Did the show come up on your screen? Okay, good. If you can share that, then I'm going to go to your page and share it because mine's still showing Laverne's show. I don't know why. But anyways, so you can share the show and then either on YouTube or Facebook. And then we have a WSGI phone app where you can listen. And then, of course, if you are cruising in the car, or you have a radio at home like I do, 1100 on the AM radio dial is where you will find this show. So I hope that you guys will all share the show because she's going to talk about a bunch of the VBSs that are right here in Robertson County.
Yeah.
So super excited. So I'm going to be quiet because she is the expert and put the camera on her. So where do you want to start?
Vacation Bible School is the biggest outreach, in my opinion, that any church can do. Small church, big church, any church can host VBS. And you get such a concentrated, most VBSs are 5 days a week. Some do 3, but it is a concentrated hour, 3 hours, whatever the schedule looks like, of Jesus. Just pouring into Jesus. Snacks, crafts, recreation, Bible story, everything points kids, youth, and adults back.
Man, you're making me want to go.
Back to Jesus, and it's so easy. Just, on a Sunday morning, you're busy, the week's been long, and we're going to skip. But for whatever reason, VBS reaches so many people, and they make a concentrated effort to be there every time the doors are open. And anytime you can share Jesus with kids, they're going to take it back to their homes, to their families, to their parents, to their grandparents, to the kid down the street. And that's what it's all about.
Right, because when the word goes out.
The word goes out. Yep, it's awesome.
Awesome. Okay, and that's a great point about outreach because I know that even myself as a kid, I remember we had a minister in our neighborhood and they had VBS at their house in their little back room. And I still remember to this day, and I think I was about 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most churches, like our church starts with completed kindergarten, and we go all the way through adult. We have an adult.
Really?
Yeah, we have an adult VBS class. It is very well attended. Our pastors, different Sunday school teachers teach for us every night.
Is that going the same time as the kids?
Same exact time. Same exact time.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Are very many churches doing that?
Probably in Robertson County, I would say I'm going to guess three or four, not many.
Oh, so maybe it's an upcoming trend.
I hope so. There's so many people now that, I grew up in church. Church is not a foreign thing to me. But so many adults now, we're hearing more and more that they didn't grow up in church. They have no idea what church is about, no idea what Vacation Bible School is about. But they come and they drop their kids off and they see their kids having fun, and we invite them to stay for the adult class, and it's changing lives not only of kids but youth and adults too.
That is so cool. So who are the cool churches that are doing the adult one at the same time? Do you have a list of which ones those are?
No.
You can check it,
Yeah, I will check. I will post in the comments later.
Oh, okay.
And I would check. We're going to, Lee Marie's going to share a link with all the Vacation Bible Schools in Robertson County. And so there's lots to choose from. Some are during the morning, some are at night. Like I said, some are 3 days, some are 5 days. Some are even on Sunday morning. Mount Carmel is doing theirs this year. They are on Sunday morning. They're doing What's Cooking, and they are on Sunday mornings 9 to 11:30. And then Orlando Baptist is doing Emerald Crossing is their theme, and they are Wednesday nights, starting June 10th, the next 5 Wednesday nights, 6 to 8. So there's a lot of different options than just the traditional 5-day-a-week VBSs like we do.
And, so I was going to tell y'all that if you go to the Lee Marie Facebook page, which is 2 words, Lee Marie, you will see a purple-ish color, like here's the hard copy, but this is what you're going to see on my Facebook page, because what I do is not only do I share a bunch of events that are coming, which you will see a bunch of those, but you'll also see this list, and it's not all inclusive, but it is a lot of them. There's like 30 on here or something, and so this shows the date and the church and the theme and the time. So this is a great thing to start with. So I think if I had children, I would get them in every single one I could fit
every single one. And I will say this list is just for the Baptist Association of Robertson County. Every church, every denomination just about does a VBS. So don't shy away just because of the denomination. Go to every single one if you can.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, I heard about this cool illumination theme that some of them are doing. How many are doing that?
Most Baptist churches are doing illumination station. It is the Lifeway product that most of us use, and we're doing it. I attend Temple Baptist Church in White House, and so we're doing illumination station this year. We're going to shine the light on who Jesus really is, and it's going to be an exciting time. It's strobe lights and bright colors and all kind of light, and it's going to be a fun week.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, because my in-laws, they have done VBS in the past for many years. They absolutely love children, and matter of fact, my father-in-law has even built a life-size airplane. Out of wood.
We've had a roller coaster come out of our ceiling, our roof. We've had just about life-sized tree house with a running stream beside it. We've had a carousel. We have had, I know one church in Springfield, they have brought in 4-wheelers and mounds of dirt in their sanctuary.
I wonder who has more fun, the adults that are helping or the kids?
It would be a pretty equal toss-up, I think.
I know some adults, they live for VBS every year. They're like, what can we do this year?
Yeah, they don't, people are so busy, but there's some of our adults that this is the week that they serve. This is the week that they give all they can give to making sure that
that's so awesome. And they're just really pouring into your children, and that's what's so awesome. It's just the love of Christ. Just
it is awesome. Anything we can do to share the word and share Jesus with kids and families.
Now, I think, was it, because I know my in-laws had stopped at Cedar Hill Baptist the other day, and I think they're having some type of a kickoff. I think it might be this Sunday.
Let's see when Cedar Hills is. Cedar Hills is. They start on Sunday and they go through, or Monday, May 31st, and they go through June 4th. Theirs starts at 6 p.m. and they are doing illumination station. And I'm sure their kickoff is going to be huge. Most churches will do something fun to get the word out, bring the kids in.
Yeah, I thought that like this Sunday at the service or something they were doing. Yeah, Sunday, May 31st. Is that what this Sunday is? Yeah. Wow. May's almost over.
May is almost over.
my
Time is
gosh.
flying by.
So that one I just pulled up. So I'm just going to read that real quick. So it says Sunday, May 31st through Wednesday, June 3rd, 5:30 p.m. meal, 6 to 8 VBS, and then family night is June 4th at 6 p.m. So what are the family nights like?
Family nights, we've done a water night where we bring in water slides, water balloons, all the fun things. We've brought in inflatables before. Sometimes there's a skit that comes along or a little play that comes with the curriculum that Lifeway does, at least. Sometimes we've put that on for our parents and families. We've had guest speakers come in. We've had a magician come in, all kinds of different fun things. So, and every church does it differently. So again, go to as many as you can and experience it all. It's we have food trucks come in, and we always at Temple, we celebrate the week and then celebrate the amount of offering. We usually have a boys and girls competition, and so we'll celebrate who the big winner is. And we have had slime. Slime is a big thing. We've eaten slime. We've played with slime, had slime dumped on us. We've had mud dumped on Slime.
Oh my goodness.
We've had mud dumped on us the year that it was a construction theme. We have our youth pastor has eaten chocolate-covered spiders for the offering competition. So it's always a lot of fun and a great way just to end the week and thank the Lord for what He's done.
Wow. Do they ever have is there a contest within the Robertson County Baptist Association?
Oh, no, but that is a great idea.
Yeah, you guys should have first, second, and third, who had the best VBS.
That's a great idea. That is a fantastic. I was looking at this list, and Fluellen, I'm going to have to find out more about this. Fluellen is doing a surprise party VBS. They are June 5th through the 6th, and it's overnight. Reservations are required for that one. But I'm going to have to dig in and find out some more information about that. That sounds like a
interesting,
cool option. Grace Park, they are starting, they're doing Illumination Station. They're over in White House. They are June 22nd through the 26th, and they are in the evening, 6 to 8 p.m. And I would mention, just check with your church before you register, because each church is different on which classes they're offering or for what age groups they might be offering. Some might just offer first through fourth grade. Some, like I said, go all the way to the adults. So just be sure to check with your church before you register.
And what is your church doing?
We are July 12th through the 17th. We're doing Elimination Station, and we are 6 to 9 p.m. And we have classes for completed kindergarten all the way through adults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did you first get involved with VBS?
My husband and I attended Orlando Baptist years and years ago. That is his home church, and what I would consider to be my home church is where I love Orlando Baptist. And they were just putting on Vacation Bible School, and I was like, hey, it looks like something, fun. And my spiritual gift is administration, and I was like, I think I could help with that. And so I don't think I've ever stopped since. So that was probably 28 years ago. And then I've helped lead the county VBS's VBS trainings and that kind of thing for the county for a couple of times, and was the director this year for the county. And we put on a training a couple weeks ago, and all the local churches came, and we went through all the Bible lessons and the songs. And Temple has a great VBS band, live band.
Really?
And so they played, and we did the skits, and brought in a couple of different churches to help us with that. So it was a great time, just training and getting ready for what the Lord's going to do during VBS this summer.
Wow. Now, do you have kids?
I do. I have 3 kids. I have 3 young adult children. I have Caleb he's our oldest, and he's a graduate of Tennessee Tech, and then Jacob is a graduate of UT Knoxville, and our youngest daughter, Mackenzie, our youngest child, Mackenzie, is a junior at Tennessee Tech.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they all went through VBSs.
They have all grown up going to VBS, and they definitely have a heart for VBS too, and it's a really cool thing. When they're young, sometimes being a church kid all the time, I'm sure gets old. I won't speak for them, but I'm sure that it gets old, the amount of time that they had to be at church with me preparing. But then as they've gotten to be adults, to see them come back and want to help decorate or paint or get ready. And my oldest son leads the youth recreation every year. So that's really cool. He has his team that he gets together, and they lead rec every year. So it's really cool to see your kids decide to serve and want to give back and share Jesus.
Do you remember any particular memories that your kids talked about? Like, my favorite VBS was this or that. I mean, you don't have to answer right away. I can do a little break. Why don't I do that? Okay. Let me go ahead and talk about one of the people that makes our life here wonderful, and that is Coldstream Christian Camp. And guess what, guys? They have a big camp work week coming up, because right before they start all of these fun camps over there, they could use our help from the community. So what a great way. I mean, if you have not been over to Coldstream yet, you got to go, because it is absolutely beautiful property. And it's a great place to have like a future retreat or something like that. So work week is going to be June 1st to the 9th. And so, of course, they could use painters and patchers and everything. It's such a big property, and it's beautiful. But even if you are not a builder, they also need people who can clean, organize stage rooms, refresh the decor, sort closets, help to haul furniture, all that kind of stuff. So you can go to coldstreamchristiancamp.org to see their website. But if you have questions about Workday, you can reach out to Becca White. Her email is Rebecca, and it's spelled REBEKAH at coldstreamchristiancamp.org. And she can answer any questions that you have. But just remember, guys, summer camp is coming fast. And so they have a lot of stuff. They also have some positions that they're looking for, some male senior staff, that godly grounded men they're looking for, and this is a paid position. It requires some training. The training will be June 11th to the 14th. They also are looking for some medical volunteers. So if you're a nurse or an EMT, or you have a medical training, you get complimentary camper tuition or equivalent stipend provided. So also kitchen volunteers. That's the last one that they are looking for. So lots of different staffing and volunteer opportunities over at Coldstream Christian Camp. It is right there in Adams. You feel like you are in another state, just so far away, but it's so close. So make sure you get on out to Coldstream Christian Camp and tell them Lee Marie sent you. All right, before that break, I had asked Becky if she remembered her kids talking about anything in particular, or anybody else talking about, any favorite stories from VBS. So do you have any?
Yeah, I actually text my kids and ask them, and Jacob, my son that lives in Knoxville, he commented that the theme with the roller coaster and was his favorite, and I cannot think of the name of it, but yeah, we had a guy at church that built a roller coaster coming out of different parts of our walls and our ceiling.
Oh,
it was so cool for the kids to see. And I will say that all three of our kids were saved at VBS.
Oh,
and so
really?
when you see the Lord work through your own kids, it's something
awesome.
special.
Well, yeah,
special.
because you can be in church. I mean, anybody could be in church forever, and until they're saved. And so that's really cool that happened. And I did find that the name of it was Colossal Coaster.
Colossal Coaster. That is it.
Colossal Coaster World.
Yes.
And that was back in 2013.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, we've done Game On, which was a sports theme. All of Lifeway's themes are just amazing, I think. We've done Outrigger Island was fun. As I'm saying these, some of the songs are popping. I will not sing. Popping back in my head. But yeah, it's always just it is the most tiring week of the year. But it is the best week of the year. It is the best week
That's very cool.
of the year to see kids excited. And, well, like I said, adults and youth too, excited to come in and see the decorations. And, the decorations for us, I remember my first year when I came to Temple and I was helping our pastor's wife, Susan Jones. She is a huge, huge proponent of VBS and champion for VBS and all the things. But we had come from Orlando, and it was relatively a smaller church, and we had done some decorations in Orlando that we thought, these are pretty cool. And when I came to Temple, and was helping with VBS decorations, I thought we have lost our ever-loving mind. We were decorating every inch of the church, and pretty much still do. But it's not about the decorations. But the decorations are what can get the kids who aren't church kids excited to be there, and they every corner they find something new and different, and it just the excitement in their little faces as they see some decoration that you took hours preparing and didn't know if it was for sure going to make the impact you wanted it to make. And if that gets them in the door, I'm all about it. We're already we started yesterday making decorations and preparing. I have a group of ladies. I call them my golden oldies. Hopefully they're not listening, but they're all, one was telling me yesterday she will turn 80. And another was telling me she will turn 89 this year, and she has been a faithful servant of VBS. So,
oh my goodness,
yeah,
that's awesome. I hear a doorbell. I'm going to text her and tell her, come on in.
Okay, come on in.
So how else can people, if they have questions, or are they able to contact you, or what's the best thing?
Sure. I would be glad to help. They can contact me, Becky at templetoday.com. It's Becky at templetoday.com, and I can help them find a VBS in their area that suits their needs or suits their denomination or what, their preference for time or that kind of thing. Would love to be able to talk to anybody. If you're at a church and you guys are wondering, should I have VBS, or I don't have enough volunteers for VBS, I need help me figure out how to do this, reach out to me. I would love to be able to help and point you in the right direction.
Are there any particular needs for like volunteers or for refreshments or anything like drop-off stuff? Is there any way, or is that already covered?
I would, for us, it's pretty much covered.
Okay.
However, don't hesitate to check with your local church, the church closest to you. If you don't have kids anymore and you have the funds and can provide, I know there are churches out there that would be willing to take a package of cookies or Kool-Aid or all the things. And so don't hesitate to make that call.
Yeah, so that's a great way to get involved. Maybe you can't help out as a volunteer, but if you have some funds, call your local church and say, hey, I want to sow into the kingdom.
Right. And if you're in a church, I have a gentleman that his job for me every year is going and picking up my foam board that we use to make decorations, and he just says, let me know when you need it. He goes and picks it up and he brings it back, and it saves me a trip and it lets him serve. And so no job is too small for the kingdom. So if it's laid on your heart to do, then do it. Then do it. Find a way to make it happen.
Very good. So a lot of them are using this illumination.
A lot of them are using illumination station.
Now, are there some non-strobe opportunities too at that? Because I know that some children.
Yes, I would say we will not be using a lot of strobe lights. Out of respect for, we have a special needs gentleman that would not.
I know that
would not be a good thing for him, and so we will not be using strobe lights. I'm assuming they have suggested that we don't use many. That was an issue in the beginning when this theme first came out, because that was what you thought, strobe lights and all the things. But out of respect for those that it would...
I just want to make sure people knew that.
Absolutely.
It said strobe, and so I didn't want some kids, families to be like, oh, you're not going.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, that's great. You've already thought of everything.
Yeah, well, I hope. The Lord has thought of everything.
Amen. So is there anything else that we need to tell before we let you go?
I will say, if you're planning on going to VBS, pre-register. Help your registration and your records team by pre-registering, if at all possible, and be sure to list your allergies, emergency contacts, those kinds of things. Those are always very helpful for registration teams and records team. And then I would say, keep your heart and your mind open to what the Lord has you to hear. A lot of people, families will use this as free childcare. And you know what? That is okay, because free childcare for them means an opportunity for us to share Jesus, and for them to take Jesus back to their families and back to their schools and their neighborhoods. So
y'all can get a lot of free.
Absolutely. Take advantage of those opportunities, and we'll take advantage of it. And by getting to pour Jesus into your kids.
And perhaps there are some people listening on the radio that they don't have Facebook, so they don't have this list. They could probably call the association, right? I'm going to give that number real quick. So this is the Harvest Baptist Association. This is for the county, 615-384-8197. Again, that's 615-384-8197. So that way you can find some ones that are closest to you. But in the meantime, you can definitely go online and also, even if they don't have Facebook, they can go on to the Harvest Facebook page.
Absolutely, the Facebook page. And then Smokey Barnes posted a link day before yesterday asking for all the churches to post our information.
Okay.
So it's out there. And again, email me if you need to, Becky@templetoday.com. I'll be glad to point you in the right direction.
All right. And then also this is a link on Facebook. So if your church perhaps it didn't make it onto this list and you want to advertise that, by all means, go ahead and put it in the comment section of this show today.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, Becky, so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right. God bless. All right, we're going to make the switch out, and as we do, I'm going to talk about another sponsor as we have our sign language expert coming in. The UPS Store, 4297. This is right here in Springfield. They are not just your place to drop off your Amazon returns. They're your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. They also have a notary. They can do blueprints. I don't know what else, but they can do everything else. There's nothing that they can't do. They're located at 513 Memorial Boulevard in Springfield. You guys know where it is. It's kind of in the same parking lot as H.G. Hill. Their phone number is 615-384-0093. Again, that's 615-384-0093. Make sure you tell them Lee Marie sent you, and also make sure you give Deborah Grant a big hug because her birthday was Friday, and she is so fabulous, and we love Deborah. So anyways, another lady that we love so much has just come in. This is Alannah Finn. How you doing, Alannah?
Pretty good.
Good. So you're going to have to pull right real close to the microphone. Goodly. And this is Alannah's first time, and it was Becky's first time too. She was on at 8 o'clock. So it's cool to have two first timers. Woohoo! It's hard to find first timers anymore. So I'm really glad that you could come on because you're doing something so special and you are blessing so many people, and you're building a community of love. And I didn't get to tell you, but well, first off, let me tell you who she is. So this is Alannah Finn, and she is our American Sign Language instructor in Robertson County. She's also an interpreter for several different organizations, and she just completed a 7-week course in Springfield for American Sign Language Level 1, and she's geared up to do another Level 1, and so we're super excited. In fact, I was going to say, did you want to sign this whole time? You can if you want. You don't have to. Well, you can... Do you want to at least, this is the main camera right there. So you can look at the camera maybe and just tell them who you are in sign language. Okay.
So I'm Alannah Fan. I teach sign language, and I also interpret for the schools. So
awesome. Very good. I had your microphone down when you said your first name. So tell them your first name again.
So I'm Alannah Fan.
All right. Very good. Awesome. Very cool. And you've been signing since, well, that was your major in college, right? Mm-hmm. Very cool. So did you, were you signing before college? Like, how did you first realize, like, I want to be a sign language person?
Going to church camp, I met a deaf person. Mm-hmm. He was in our camp. Mm-hmm. And he actually had an interpreter with him at church camp. Okay. And so I had never experienced that before, and it really stuck with me. So,
how old were you about at that church camp? Do you remember ish?
It was probably 10th grade, 9th or 10th grade.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And that's what had the impact on you. Mm-hmm. That is very cool.
And so I went to Tennessee Tech, and they had some sign language electives, and I took all that I could, and I prayed about it, and God called me into sign language.
That is so awesome, and it really is your calling. I mean, who was I talking? Oh, Rhonda. I was talking with Rhonda yesterday. Try to get a little bit closer to the mic. It's still showing a little bit low on that. You might have to lower your chair because you're taller than most people. So you want to just be like really close to the mic. I was talking with Rhonda Restella yesterday, actually on air, and she was in our class, and she said that, Alannah, not only does she like just an amazing teacher, but your personality, she said she's so approachable and has such a great sense of humor. And you really do, and it just shows out your face. I mean, it's just joy on this woman's face. Like, I know that's why a lot of people, love to take your class. But anyway, so is this the book that you're going to be using?
This is the book that we've been using. So I wanted to bring it to show that's the book.
All right, and I'm going to read the author. I can't read it from here, so I'm bringing it over here because I know some people are like, all right, I want to do it, and it's good to get the book early. You can get a little head start. So Learn American Sign Language is the title of it, and everything you need to start signing, Complete Beginner's Guide, 1,000 Signs. And the author is James W. Guido, and that's spelled Guido. All right. And this is second edition, but will any edition work, or what's the deal with that? Or do you prefer
any
second?
edition, but I prefer the second.
Okay.
The pages didn't match up with a couple people that got the first edition.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. And I know you can get it on Amazon. I actually got one of mine that was used, so I got a really good deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But so that's the book. And then when does the next series start?
June 9th. On a Tuesday from 6 to 7.
Okay. So 6 to 7. I know your last one started at 5, and I did hear that there was some worker bears out there that were like, I can't make it by then. And so 6 o'clock now, guys. So there's no excuse, 6 o'clock on Tuesdays. But, I know that it's already generating excitement because I think yesterday alone I got 4. Yeah. I heard 4 people that wanted to take it. Oh, wow. So that was really cool. And this is level 1, but any level is welcome, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And, I was thinking, even if you are advanced and you want to get a little advanced extra, whatever, come 15 minutes early and, have another student meet you there and sign together before class, right?
Right.
Okay. And I know it's building a great community. In fact, I didn't tell you this, but last Thursday was the last day of class. And Michael Crawley, the new theater owner, was going to speak at the museum. So one of our sign language students went with me over there, and she's like, "This was so cool. I'm so glad I stayed." And then Gus also stayed and was talking with people. So it was just really neat to see people stay in after and just bonding.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to say. That my favorite part was just seeing the relationship started through sign language. It was really cool, and they could continue practicing with each other. I know 2 girls, they got each other's phone number and were able to still practice and do FaceTime, and so it was really cool.
Very cool. So that seems like a unique thing, really, also within the sign language sign language community. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you see that everywhere, that there's just an extra little bond?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's almost like you kind of know the secret handshake,
Right.
So, and I know that because I got to come to some of the classes. I couldn't come to all of them because I had some other engagements. But I know that the ones that I was at, there were some people there that definitely had someone in their family that, they've already been signing with. And so they were really good. But, they loved, helping other people and having other people to sign with other than, just their immediate circle.
Right.
So I think that's one thing. You're going to put Springfield on the map as a hub of sign language, people that know ASL.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So that's like, we're going to be known for that. Okay, right now I do need to talk about a couple more of our sponsors because they are the ones that make this show possible. So as I do that, I will let Alannah think of anything else that she wants to talk about sign language or advice when you're learning it, or mistakes that some people think, or whatever, misconceptions, maybe myths about it, exciting stories, good experiences, or whatever. I'm going to right now talk about Ridgetop Mower of Springfield because, in case you didn't know, it rained cats and dogs yesterday, and I think the sun's coming out, so your grass will probably be about a foot higher tomorrow. That's just how it is in Tennessee. Gary Rastelli over at Ridgetop Mower, he actually made a cameo appearance yesterday because Rhonda, his wife, who is a mental health expert, was in, and so Gary on his way to work stopped in and crashed the show, which was great. We love you, Gary. Come in, crash it anytime. He has been a longtime sponsor of the Go Show. And if you don't know where Ridgetop Mower of Springfield is, I know you know where Ace Hardware is, and I know you know where Baldwin Barbecue is. It's right in between. There's a little street called Matthews, and they are at 1101 Matthews Street. You can bring in your mower that needs fixing, or if you can't do that, you can call. They do have a service that they can also pick up your mower. And at one point, I don't know if he's still doing it, but at one point he was also picking up other things that maybe you had in your yard that, have like been growing grass over them and you don't know what it is anymore and it doesn't work. Sometimes he will pick those up for free. So that could be a good way to get your yard all spiffied up for summertime, right? Get those things that are having weeds growing through them, get them out of your yard because, it'd be great if he can, recycle parts of it. Gary's a great guy. He does a lot of charity work. I know with Samaritan's Purse, anytime that there's a nearby tornado or a disaster, Gary is always the first one to hop in his truck and take his chainsaw and go help and cut down trees. So I know he does a lot of charity work. So this is another way to sow into the kingdom, really, is just getting this stuff recycled, right? So his phone number is 615-855-0044. Again, that's 615-855-0044. I think he still gives you 10% off if you tell him you heard it on Lee Marie's Go Show, and that's off parts and labor, because he does have walls and walls of parts. He is very organized. He has everything numbered beautifully. And so if maybe you don't want to pay for labor and you want to see if you can try, if it's something you might be able to fix yourself, you can go to Gary and ask him for advice and get the parts. Just don't forget he's got that service. So again, Ridgetop Mower of Springfield. Thank you all for being such a wonderful sponsor. And our last sponsor is Southside Drug Company. You guys, I know you know where they are because they've been there for 100 years. I almost said million, but it's only 100. Southside Drugstore. They are your neighborhood drugstore. So not only are they a full service pharmacy, but they've got a bunch of gifts over there in case you did not know. And so how awesome is it to get something that's just like a unique onesie thing. You don't have to like park in a big parking lot and fight the crowds. You can just pull right on up to Southside, go on in, and you're out really quickly. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, they're open 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can call them at 615-384-3546. Again, that's 615-384-3546, Southside Drug Co. And they are on Main Street. It's going to give you the address, 1000 South Main Street. So I know y'all know what it is, but we do have some new people in town. So there you go, Southside Drug Company. All right, we are with Alannah Finn, and I know many of you know her and love her, and we are so happy that she is doing a sign language class over at Well in the Square. Well in the Square is inside Crossroads Christian Bookstore at 600 South Main Street. And so it is going to be at 6 o'clock, which 6 to 7. So I wanted to ask you if there's any particular stories that stand out, like maybe either like something funny that happened or something touching. Like I know you were inspired when you were a 10th grader. And so that's really cool. And I think that this whole thing of you teaching this many people and then people starting to sign, I could just see it's going to be like a tumbleweed because again, other people will get inspired. Like people that didn't even think about taking it, and they see, and then I think, so just exposure is important. But so I know that was a touching story, but do you have any other stories that you can think about that were either touching or funny or? Well,
I thought of I have a really passion for deaf community. So I know I try to, while I'm teach about deaf culture, deafness, how to approach deaf people. So that's one of my passions, is just to get that out there so people know.
So can you give a little bit for the people who maybe are in another state listening and they can't make it to our class? Can you give them some advice about dealing with the deaf community?
Yeah. First, just don't be scared. Just find resources to be able to learn the sign language. YouTube is a great place to start, just to get familiar with, the alphabet or basic signs, and then just approach them. Don't be scared to approach them.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That is really great advice. And do you remember offhand what some of those YouTube sites were that were your favorite ones?
Bill Vickers was one. He's a deaf man that teaches sign language for a university. He's really good. Learn to Sign is a Christian woman that is an interpreter. Those are the two that I can think of.
Okay, so Bill Vickers, and that's Vickers.
Vicars.
Oh, VIA.
VIC.
Oh, VIC. Sorry, VIC.
ARS.
Okay. All right. And then Learn to Sign. And so those are both on YouTube, easily found. And so that would be a great first start for some people. Okay. Very good. So the price of the series for $59. $59 for 7 weeks. Okay, so 7 weeks, $59. And let's see, what else do they need to know? Pre-registration, please, because we cannot take everyone.
Yes.
So make sure you get that in and to register. They can either, the easiest way, if you're paying with a cash or a check, you can just go into Crossroads. And Crossroads Bookstore is open 10 to 6, Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays, they're open 10 to 3. And they, again, are right there, kitty corner to the beautiful historic courthouse that I love. I love looking at that courthouse. And I love hearing the chiming on the hours and stuff. Anyways, yes, so Crossroads is there. Crossroads, by the way, got a bunch of Father's Day stuff in and graduation gifts. So if you're still looking for stuff for those, they do such a good job. I hate going in there because I have to look at everything and I always see stuff that I want. But no, I don't hate. I love going in there, but you know what I mean. So lots of great gifts are inside Crossroads. So you can drop in there to register, or you can Venmo online. You can private message us and we can get you that Venmo code. And so $59 for all 7 weeks. And I know some people are like, why is it so cheap? The reason why is because we know out of a 7-week class, the chances of you being able to go to all 7,
Especially during the summer.
is difficult. So we wanted to make sure that it was priced very reasonably so you wouldn't feel bad missing a couple, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why it's priced the way it is. We know we could have priced it higher, but, and plus we want to grow this community.
Correct.
You know, that's really what it's about. And, any other,
Also, the deaf community, they're the most unreached people group.
really?
For the gospel. So they're trying to make the gospel known through all the different sign languages. So if you have a heart for the deaf community and if you have a heart for the Lord, please join the class and we can talk. So I would love to start some kind of deaf chat group meetup.
Oh.
That would be awesome for Robertson County, because I know a lot of people in Robertson County that are deaf. They travel all the way to Nashville to get their community. So
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
So maybe at some point after the 6 to 7 o'clock hour, I don't know if that's a lot in one day. You would want to do it on a different day?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Okay, a different day. But that would be a great thing to start doing at the well.
Yeah, it would.
I love it. Yeah. What a great idea. So many ideas get born in that chair right there. I can't tell you, but it's true. And it's all a God thing. You know, so many times like bing, like light bulbs go off when you start talking in this, you know, this blessed area. So that I think is a wonderful idea. I love it. All right. Well, I have some other calendar stuff that I have to go through because it is the Go Show. So I'm going to let Alannah say if there's anything else that you want to say before you go. If not, then I'm going to hit the other calendar items.
Okay.
Are you good?
Sounds good.
You did an awesome job.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. And thank you so much for having this class. Yes. So again, y'all can join American Sign Language starting June 9, whatever that Tuesday is. What is the Tuesday? I can't remember. I did post the flyer on the Lee Marie page. So y'all can go to my Facebook and you're right, it is the 9th. Yeah. So Tuesday the 9th, 6 p.m. Downstairs go through Crossroads and then down the stairs and you will find Alannah down there. Please, please, please pre-register because we cannot take everybody, but we are very excited to have another one. And yes, I love the flyer you made. I love those colors. It's so pretty. It's blue and purple. It's all my favorite, like aqua and lavender colors. So yes, starting June 9th, and it runs through July 21st, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the book is not mandatory, but it's highly recommended. And I think everybody wants it. They've been asking about that. So again, Wellness Square, 600 South Main Street in Springfield. Thank you so much, Alannah. Have a great rest of the day.
You too.
All right, you take care. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you about a couple other things coming to town because June is an exciting time and it is knocking at the door. Let me tell you. So this is a really fun thing. This is for teenagers. Julianne, a new teacher in town, is putting this on, and it is for ages 12 to 18. But she said that, if you're 11 or you're 19, she's not going to throw you out. She's a professional dancer. She does live in this area, but she actually has danced professionally in New York for 8 years. She did that. And so she knows all the different types, she knows creative and lyrical, modern, line dancing, jazz. She's done it all, ballet. But this one is going to be learning choreography to contemporary Christian music. And so Julianne is so much fun. Actually, I went roller skating with her last, what was it? Was it Thursday or Friday? I don't remember. It was a few days ago. We went roller skating. She's very active. She's very fun, and she has a heart for kids. And so I highly recommend if you have any teens or, kids within 11 to 19, make sure you tell them about this dance class because it's going to be in June and July. So it's every Wednesday and Friday from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And you can get just 1 month if you want, which is 9 classes, or you can do both months, which would be 18 classes. So you get a break if you purchase all 2 months. Okay, so it's $150 for 1 month or $275 for both months. Here's how you register. You contact Julianne, and her email is praisedancespringfield@gmail.com. Again, that's praisedancespringfield@gmail.com. And her phone number is 615-993-7181. Again, that's 615-993-7181. She will be doing this at the Wellness Square studio, which again is where Alannah's classes are as well, 600 South Main Street. And some of the benefits of this class: increase strength, flexibility, and balance, develop discipline, improve socialization, make new friends. And it's just going to be so much fun. So, make sure y'all spread the word on this because she is a new teacher, so she's going to need our help getting this word out to the teens. So I appreciate anybody sharing this show. All right, lots of other stuff coming up. Oh my goodness, the library, of course, has an endless amount of things, and we're going to get Rose in soon to talk about the summer reading program because they have the new little, did I bring one? The new form, so you can stop by and get the week 1. So this week 1 has for both adults and children on it. So you get to log how much you're reading, and then you turn it in every week, and you get a raffle ticket for some cool prizes. So make sure you stop by Stokes Brown Public Library and pick up one of those. Other things that we got going. We have I know wedding time is coming. I just saw some beautiful pictures of a very good friend. Peter, you did a great job on those photographs. Those were amazing. But for those of you that are still going to be getting married in the near future, here we go. This is a wedding first dance boot camp for busy couples. So even if you have 2 left feet, even if you have never danced before, you can come out to this boot camp Friday, June 19th. It is from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's an hour and a half. It is $99 a couple. And I tell you, sometimes I have been able to get people completely ready after one day. Now, this is a group class, so no guarantees that you'll be ready to, go out right away. But I will guarantee you that you will feel more confident after this class. And it's just a very good intro to it all. Then if you want to schedule something where you want something completely choreographed for your song, then we can do that at a later date. But I highly recommend the boot camp there. It's going to get, and also if you know people that are getting married, you can give them that as a present because we have gift certificates for that workshop. Okay. All right, there's other series coming to town. There is a July sewing series to get the kiddos, and actually it's 12 and up, so 12 through adult. And this is going to be on Thursday mornings, July sewing series, July 9, 16, 23, and 30 from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's only $79 for the whole series if you pay early. If you pay after June 30th, then it is $99. So make sure you spread that information as well, because sewing is just, that is a skill that we all really need to have at least a little bit of experience with, because, you can really save a lot of money if you're able to fix things on your own. Okay. All right. The last thing I will talk about before I go through some of the stuff on my Facebook page, because I have some stuff that's happening this week. But one more thing that just want you to save the date on. This is 5 ways to motivate your workforce and increase productivity. This is going to be held on Wednesday, July 15th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. This is a $49 workshop, and you all can bring out the best in your team. So 5 ways to motivate your workforce, and this again is going to be at Well in the Square. All right, I'm going to now switch over to my Facebook page, because I know that there's a really cool praise concert that looks very interesting, and that is coming up this coming Friday. So I'm going to scroll down on my Facebook page. There we go. Monthly. Okay, this is this Friday, 7 p.m., and this is at the Fontanelle Mansion. And so this starts at 7 p.m. The address is 4225 Whites Creek Pike in Nashville. And you need to get tickets, but it looks like the tickets are free. So you just need to make sure you get those. Go online. I did post the information on my Facebook page, and I'm going to play an ad really quick so that I can take a drink of water, because my voice is going out on me. So let's see here. Yes. Okay, here we go. All right. It's not going, so let me, here we go.
Join us for a Nashville tradition, the 44th Sunday Morning Country Concert, June 7th at the Grand Ole Opry House. Warm up at 3:30, show at 4. Get your tickets now at Opry.com.
All right. Very good. That's a great thing to have handy. I needed a drink of water. Anyways, that was, and I think we also have a flyer on that. We do. Sunday Morning Country. This is something that's coming up real soon. June 7th at the Opry. And you can get tickets at Opry.com. This is June 7th. It has a warm-up time of 3:30. But believe me, I've been 3 years and definitely want to get there for the warm-up show. That's at 3:30. The regular show starts at 4. I know it's called Sunday Morning Country, but don't let that confuse you. It is in the afternoon. It's just that they've been doing this for 44 years now. So this is just a great, they have great country gospel artists. They also have so they do a lot of mostly gospel songs, but there's also patriotic songs. It's so inspirational and positive. I just absolutely love it. So Sunday Morning Country is coming to town. It is always the Sunday after the CMAs, because so many people are in town looking for something, and oftentimes those people are on stage as well. So Sunday Morning Country, don't miss it. It's at the Opry, and you can go to Opry.com for tickets, and you're going to see some local Robertson County people also being a part of that. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Back to my Facebook page. I did share a bunch of things. There's the Illumination Station happening over Cedar Hill, which this Sunday looks like they're doing the kickoff for that at 5:30 with a meal. Okay, save the date for, this looks really cool. This is a free event Saturday. Oh, that's this Saturday, May 30th. So it is celebrating Tennessee statehood as well as the 250th birthday of our country. And so that is going to be at 1001 John Lewis Way in Nashville. And they're going to have a music and living history, indoor activities and tours, whole bunch of stuff, guys. This sounds really wonderful. And this, again, is this coming Saturday. So so make sure you get that on. Wheels, Wags, and Family Fun is going to be Saturday, June 6th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You know I love my fur babies. This is being put on by the Green Ridge Chamber of Commerce, and this, I believe, is at the Ridgetop Station Walking Park, 1954 Woodruff Avenue in Ridgetop. So again, I have that link on my page. One thing that I do a lot of on Tuesday nights and / Wednesday mornings is I search the events on Facebook, and then I just go and I start sharing those. So tomorrow there's a lunch in Leeds. This is at Greenbrier Pizza, 11 a.m. to 12:15. So this is a networking opportunity. It looks like there's no charge for the actual event, but you do obviously buy for your lunch at Greenbrier Pizza. So again, that's Thursday, May 28th, 11 to 12:15. The Robertson County Chamber of Commerce is putting that on. There is a cruise in tomorrow night at 5 p.m. This looks super cool. And this is going to be over at, I believe it's at Rhonda's. Yes, Miss Rhonda's Antique and More. So this goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it says, come check out the cars, listen to music, grab a burger. Always a fun time at Ms. Rhonda's. So as usual, being outdoors, check your Facebook page for any cancellations due to weather. So yeah, never know what's going to happen. You always want to make sure you are prepared for that. All right, scrolling down a little bit further. Cruise in. Okay, 1 year celebration. I can't believe that is already here. A year, but it is true. Giggles and Grow Play Cafe has already been in our town for a year, and they are celebrating their anniversary this Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so this is in Springfield. They're going to have a whole bunch of things there. They're going to even have somebody with reptile friends. So sounds pretty exciting for those kiddos. They're going to have balloon animals and open play, and they're even going to have some giveaways. And so it says tickets are limited, so make sure you grab yours today. I do not know how much the tickets are. It's not listed here, but the phone number for that is 615-667-1119. So if you have little kiddos and you haven't been over there yet, you might want to check them out. Again, I can't believe they've been there a year, but they have. Okay, let's scroll on it down a little bit further here. Yes, today at 11:30, if you're not doing anything, over at Northcrest, TriStar, they're doing a Stop the Bleed Lunch and Learn. So this is free. It's 1 hour. And I've been to, the TFA has had Stop the Bleed before. And so it's very, very useful. I mean, you need to know what to do if all of a sudden, you are bleeding or somebody is, you could save a life. So again, TriStar Northcrest is at 100 Northcrest Drive in Springfield. This is a free event today at 11:30. So you can learn how to save a life. All right. I know that it's 9 already. How did that happen? There's other stuff I want to tell you about, but you're just going to have to scroll through my Facebook page because I didn't realize, but it's already 9 o'clock. So I'm going to say one more. The second Monday of the month is coming. That means two things. It means 1 o'clock bingo at the library, and it also means the Tennessee Firearms Association Robertson County chapter is meeting. So that is June 8th, second Monday. The TFA meets at the American Legion in Greenbrier at 6 p.m. for a fabulous potluck. So put that on your calendar, invite your friends. But for lots of other stuff, you can just see my Facebook page. I got a whole bunch of stuff on it. Today is Wednesday, which means tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be doing a line dance class at 11 a.m. tomorrow. You can find out that information at the Well in the Square Facebook page, because you know what? It's so good for you to be moving your body and making new friends. So make sure you get into some type of exercise, guys. Too many people are sitting at their desks and at their couches for hours on end. Did I really not have that camera on me? It was an empty chair. Anyways, it's been a crazy day today, but I'm glad you joined me because I've had a lot of fun with y'all. And so there's lots of stuff to do, guys. Get out and make it a great day. All right. I love you. God bless. And I will see you soon.